Hey guys, I have a quick and fun video for you today. But first, let me apologize. I have not been making one video per week, like I said. The massive Norwegian Jade video took a long time and it really wore me out. You know, the one how Norwegian nailed it and how they missed with the cruise restart. You can see it right here. Also, mid-September is my birthday, and I went to Austin, so today I'm going to tell you about that. Let's go through my Austin trip from start to end. I landed in Austin around 2 p.m. Usually when I'm by myself, I skimp out, I cheap out. I don't need anything fancy for just me, and I didn't really have anywhere to be until midnight, when my buddy Tony would arrive to check us into the hotel. So I took a city bus to downtown Austin. When I arrived in Austin, I just started walking around. I went to a park that had a big statue where I took a picture and said, "Here!" on Facebook. After that, I went up to 6th Street, which is where Austin is a little bit more happening. I hadn't eaten since breakfast, which is pretty common with me, so I was getting a little hangry. So I went to the Velvet Taco. It was an order food, you get a number, kind of a deal. But it was really good. But also maybe I was famished. My friend Victoria from St. Paul just moved to Austin, so I let her know I was in town. Well, after the Velvet Taco, I pinged my friend and said, "Hey, are you around?" She said, "Yeah, it's my free night. Let's hang out." She wanted to check out a place called the Rustic Tap Beer Garden. It was outside, it had live music. Great. Austin is the best town I've ever seen for live music. On my way to the Rustic Tap, every bar had a live band. The Rustic Tap was in the western part of 6th Street. 6th Street is divided into two kind of main sections. The western part, where the Rustic Tap was, compared to the eastern section, the western section seemed a little less touristy and a little more mature. Back to the story. We watched a couple of bands, and like me, Victoria is also into dancing. So we danced a quick West Coast swing. After a bit, we left and we grabbed pizza at a food truck. Victoria had somewhere to be, so we said adieu. And I left to go meet Tony. Tony's hotel. Well, now, that's a story too. I've traveled with Tony before, and I was always the one to get the hotel. We stayed at the Link in Las Vegas, Paris in Las Vegas. They were always good deals, nice hotels. Now, Tony said, "Hey, I got it. I found a deal." He found an Econo Lodge. Okay, I'll give it a chance. And man, I got a story about this Econo Lodge. It wasn't a hotel so much as kind of a shady motel. Before I tell you the story, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe is just like following on Instagram. It's free and it really helps the channel. It just means you'll know when I make a new video. Back to the story. Well, again, I was flying solo. So I looked at the hotel. From downtown, an Uber would be $50. So I decided to take the bus. I mean, sure, it only cost $2.50, and it gave me a half hour to check Facebook. But it was a local bus, not an express bus, which means it had about 35 stops, and took about 40 minutes. The bus from the airport to downtown was an express bus and it had 6 stops. Lesson learned. But I survived. And then I got to the hotel, and it was a motel. I got there before Tony, and while I was waiting for him, I had the opportunity to make decisions about the hotel based on more than just the fact that it was an Econo Lodge. So I just hung out in the lobby and waited for Tony. Actually, the lobby was closed. You have to check in through the window that was behind bulletproof glass. But I'm sure it was safe. I mean, a police car patrolled the parking lot about once every 20 minutes. And the second they entered the parking lot, the rap music that was blaring from the windows turned right down, which told me they were watching. Tony finally arrived to the Econo Lodge, and I informed him that he lost his right to book hotels. It was 1 a.m. by the time we went to check in. And you know what, guys? The beds were clean. We stayed there for one night. I survived. But I got Tony to cancel the other nights. So I worked my magic, and for only $75 more per night, including taxes and fees, I got us a room at the Omni Hotel in downtown. We started the next day by taking a $15 Uber to the new hotel. Uber from downtown to the hotel was 3 times the price of an Uber from the hotel to downtown on a Saturday morning. We got to the hotel and I asked Tony to hang back when I went to check in. This is kind of an important skill. When I booked rooms, all I got was a deluxe king. The reservations with the queen were $200 more per night. So I checked in and I said I booked online and I didn't really get to choose my room and I was hoping they could get us into a room with 2 beds. And I gave him a $20 bill to thank him in advance for doing the best job he could. We got the room that I asked for. Tony was weird because I asked him to hang back while I checked in. The reason I did that was a simple human nature fact that 2 people talking to 1 person would be intimidating, and that's not the message I wanted to communicate. It wasn't anything bad, it's just good to be discreet. You know me, I'm known for my subtleties. The hotel desk person was new, and the supervisor showed him how to do a room upgrade with no price change, while the $20 bill was sitting on the desk. The room is unutilized, meaning they're not kicking someone out who has it booked, so there's no opportunity cost to the business. The desk worker gets $20, and they get a happy customer who leaves them a good review. So it's a win-win-win. Now the $20 tip trick worked in Greece, and it works in the US like it did in Austin and in Las Vegas, but I want to try it in Paris. The new hotel was a great location, downtown, right where all the action is. While price is a big factor when choosing hotels, so are things like not having bulletproof glass. But most important thing is location, location, location. Quick side note, when I told the story about the bulletproof check-in window to someone who worked at Omni, they said, yeah, this giant picture window is bulletproof too, but I know what you mean. Anyways, the new hotel was awesome. It had a nice gym. It had a gorgeous lobby, a glass elevator that went to the rooftop pool. It also had a restaurant, so definitely an upgrade. Okay, that's enough about the new awesome hotel, but it was awesome. Let me tell you more about Austin in the next video. I told you this would be short. Thanks for watching.